Animals and their adaptations. We see a variety of animals in our surroundings. They are adapted to live in their natural environments, which are called their habitats. For example, a camel lives in the desert, while a fish lives in the water. Penguins dwell in polar regions, and deer live in forests. Each animal has different features that play an important role in its survival. The features that help the animals breathe, eat, move, and protect themselves are called adaptations. Kinds of habitats. Habitats are broadly categorized as terrestrial and aquatic. They are further divided into different types. Habitats. Terrestrial habitats: forests, grasslands, deserts, mountains, polar regions. Aquatic habitats: sea, rivers, ponds, and lakes. Let us study the different types of features and life functions in animals that help them survive in their habitats. Breathing in animals. All living beings breathe and need oxygen for survival. Animals living in different habitats have different organs to breathe. Lungs, gills, moist skin, and spiracles are the breathing organs of different animals. Lungs. Birds, mammals, reptiles, and amphibians breathe through their lungs. They take in oxygen from the air, which is then transported through the bloodstream. Lungs have many tiny blood vessels that help absorb oxygen from the inhaled air. Once the oxygen is absorbed into the blood, it is carried to all parts of the body. Gills. Many aquatic animals take oxygen from water through special breathing organs called gills. Animals like fish, crabs, oysters, prawns, and tadpoles use gills to breathe. Gills have fine blood vessels where the exchange of gases takes place. However, not all aquatic animals have gills. Some, like whales, dolphins, and sea turtles, breathe through lungs and come to the surface to inhale air. Do you know? Gills are the projections of skin. Moist skin. Earthworms, newts, and several other animals breathe through their moist skin. They absorb oxygen from the air and release carbon dioxide through their thin, moist skin. Some animals, such as amphibians, are adapted to live both on land and in water. They have more than one breathing organ. For example, frogs can breathe through their moist skin in water and use their mouth and lungs to breathe on land. Spiracles. Cockroaches and grasshoppers lack blood in them, so their body parts are directly supplied with oxygen through tiny air holes called spiracles. They have a network of air tubes called tracheae, singular trachea, that directly deliver oxygen to their body parts. Oxygen-rich air enters the body through spiracles, passes into the tracheal tubes, and then diffuses into the body tissue and reaches every cell of the body. Similarly, carbon dioxide from the cells goes into the tracheal tubes and moves out through spiracles. Feeding habits of animals. Different animals eat different types of food. Therefore, they have different feeding habits. The teeth and mouth of every animal, including humans, are adapted to the type of food they eat. Herbivores. These animals eat only plants. They have sharp front teeth called incisors for biting and pulling out plant parts. They also have broad teeth called molars and premolars at the back of their jaws for grinding and chewing. Cows, goats, deer, and giraffes are some examples of herbivore animals. Some animals like squirrels, mice, and rabbits use their sharp incisors to gnaw their food, like fruits and seeds. Do you know? The giant panda is a herbivore whose diet consists of approximately 99% bamboo shoots. Carnivores. Lions, tigers, foxes, and wolves eat the flesh of other animals. They have sharp, pointed canines for tearing the flesh and strong molars to chew it. They also have strong limbs and sharp claws to catch and hold their prey. Snakes are also carnivores and eat their prey whole. They have small, hook-like teeth in the upper jaw that help them hold their prey while swallowing. They also have specialized teeth called fangs in the front of the jaw, which can inject venom in some species. Frogs and toads use their tongues to catch insects and small worms. The prey sticks to the tongue, which is then folded back to swallow it. Carnivorous birds such as eagles and hawks have hooked beaks to tear flesh. Their curved claws, called talons, help them catch their prey. Do you know the frog's tongue is opposite to the human tongue? It is attached at the front of the mouth and free at the back. Omnivores, bears, pigs, crows, rats and humans eat both plants and flesh of other animals. They are known as omnivores. They have sharp incisors for cutting and broad molars for grinding, which help them eat both types of food. Feeding habits of birds. Herons, storks, and egrets have sharp, dagger-like beaks that help them to catch fish. Birds like parrots have strong, curved beaks that help them crack seeds and nuts. Pigeons and sparrows have small beaks to pick up grains. Feeding habits of insects. Butterflies suck the nectar from flowers, therefore they have long tube-like mouthparts. These mouthparts are known as proboscis. Mosquitoes have sharp, piercing mouthparts to suck blood from animals' skin. Movement in animals. Animals move from one place to another in search of food, shelter, for reproduction, and to escape from their enemies. Different animals have different types of organs for their movement. Let us study them one by one. Land animals. Most animals that live on land have 4 limbs. The 2 limbs in front are called forelimbs, and the 2 at the back are called hind limbs. Land animals such as horses, lions, cows, etc. have 4 limbs, 2 in front, forelimbs, and 2 at the back, hind limbs, with the help of which they move. Kangaroos have longer and stronger hind limbs that they use for hopping. Humans use their hind limbs to move, as we have highly developed limbs. Lizards and crocodiles have short forelimbs and hind limbs which help them crawl. Snakes are limbless, therefore they slither with the help of scales present on the underside of their bodies. This movement is aided by strong muscles and a flexible backbone. Insects like ants and bugs have 6 legs which help them crawl on the ground. Grasshoppers use their strong hind limbs for hopping. Some insects such as butterflies, honeybees, and houseflies have wings to fly. Frogs jump with the help of their long and strong hind limbs. Aquatic animals. Aquatic animals use different body parts and methods to move in water. Fish have streamlined bodies that reduce friction in water and helps them to swim fast. They maintain their balance with the help of fins. The tail helps them change their direction. Turtles have paddle-like limbs called flippers, which they use to swim in water. Frogs and ducks have webbed feet to swim underwater. Octopuses use their 8 arms, called tentacles, to swim in the water. Aerial animals. Birds have wings to fly in the air. These wings are the modified forelimbs, which are covered with feathers. They use their hind limbs to perch on the branches and to walk on the ground. The streamlined bodies of birds have hollow bones, which makes their bodies light and helps them fly easily. Some birds, such as the emu, penguin, and ostrich, cannot fly. They are called flightless birds. Body coverings in animals. Animals have different body coverings, such as fur, scales, shells, etc. These coverings help them survive in their habitats. Let us learn about the body covering of different animals from the given table. Body covering, feathers, animals. Scales. Protect their soft bodies, help in movement. Fish, snake. Shells. Protect them from enemies. Snail, turtle. Feathers. Keep body warm, help birds to fly. Body feather, flight feather. Down feather, bird. Fur or wool. Keep animals warm in the cold weather. Fur of yak, wool of sheep. Hard outer covering protects the insect's body. Cockroach, beetle. Quills. needle-like spines that provide protection. Porcupine, hedgehog. Keywords: lungs, breathing organs that help the body take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Gills, special breathing organs in fish and tadpoles that help them breathe underwater. Spiracles, small holes in insects used to take in air. Trachea, a network of air tubes in insects that help them breathe. Gnaw, to bite or chew on something repeatedly. Talons, sharp, strong claws of birds such as eagles used for catching and holding prey. Proboscis, a long, flexible tube in butterflies used for feeding. Flippers, paddle-like limbs that some animals such as seals and penguins use to swim in water. Tentacles, long, flexible arms of octopus used to grab objects or feel their surroundings. Let's recall animals and their adaptations. Kinds of habitats: breathing in animals, feeding habits of animals, movements in animals, body coverings in animals, terrestrial habitat, aquatic habitat, lungs, gills, moist skin, spiracles, herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, feeding habits of birds, feeding habits of insects, land animals, aquatic animals, aerial animals, scales, shells, feathers, fur or wool, hard outer covering, quills.